Hey, hey, go get this something so I can put these in it. Go get this something so I can put them in it. Go get something so I can put them in it. Hey, girl. How you doing? I'm outside. What's good? Ooh, I've had a rough couple of days. So you're not going to put them in anything?
You
Take up
mean?
that and go on with it. Take up those and go on with it.
I thought the other basket had the dirty
Go, it's
clothes.
okay. Leave it. What's good? Uh, I'm just fine. I'm just, out here relaxing. I decided to just go live and I decided to go live and do it outdoors. Yeah, because I decided to go live every Sunday. So hopefully I can make it every Sunday. I decided to start going live a little later than earlier in the day because then I get to get more stuff done. And things have been going pretty now with work. And I've titled this like protect your mental because I've been through so much shit this week. Well, last week because now is a new week. Um, I've been through so many shit where people have tried to test me um and just fuck with my mental health. Like they're just trying me. It's like they're people that you don't see, that you don't, how should I put it? Like, bitch, I don't see you. Like, I'm living my life. Just keep on living your life. But they keep finding a way to try to intervene or fuck up my mental space. And um, it's just crazy. And the way they do that is through my son. Because that's the only connection they have to me. So if I say that, you know exactly who I'm talking, right? The person, only connection to me is my son. So, and ever so often they pop up their head out the ground like a little snake or some kind of, I don't know, some kind of piece of shit. They just pop up and just do shit and then expect, like, it's like they expect you to roll over. It's like they expect you to roll over and just take their bullshit. And I'm not about that. So I'm about protecting my peace and my mental health. And it's not only in your personal life, but when you're doing the type of work that we do and all of that. So, oh, one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I'm going to do a vlog about it pretty soon, is Fandom. I was on TikTok and someone was talking about doing Fandom on Twitter. And their whole cycle is about Fandom being on Twitter. You know, Fandom is where you basically belittle or insult men, and they pay you to do that. They pay you to message them to do that. And there's a particular way that you go about doing that that makes you money. You can make anywhere between 50 to like $2,000 to $3,000 a day doing that. Would I do OnlyFans? No. I think OnlyFans is too much work. So no. Like I signed up for it back when OnlyFans was popping in the pandemic, and then I realized it's too much work because how do I promote myself on OnlyFans? How do I? Okay, so if I log in on I'm Live, there's nothing I need to do but log in. I'm automatically promoted on I'm Live. If I go on a broadcasting platform, much like say, let's say YouTube, because YouTube does that. Now that you go live, they share your live all around, and so people are able to find you. And TikTok, like TikTok, they broadcast you once you go live. They broadcast you to everyone. Um, what else? What else? But let's go back to the whole Schmeck site kind of thing. If you do a broadcasting like Tango or Truffle or one of those broadcasting sites. Okay, so but that's the thing. I don't need to promote myself on I'm Live. I don't need to make money. I don't need to promote myself on, like, say I go into Truffle or I go on to, yeah, but for some people it's hard because, like you say, like we Jamaicans say, pussy and dog don't have the same luck. Everybody does not have the same luck. Yeah. So everyone doesn't have the same luck. So you may go on Reddit and people flock to you. And I may go on Reddit and then what? Then nothing. 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks, nothing. Right? So back to what I was saying about this whole fandom thing. So fandom they do it on Twitter. So what they do is they make posts on Twitter saying like, oh, let's say for example, you say, I want to squeeze your balls, or good morning, loser, send me your money now. Let's use that one. Good morning, loser, send me your money now. And then below it, you're going to put like fandom. You're not going to put any hashtags. You're just going to put like fandom, pay pig, cash cow, right? Because if people look up those terms, they will find your post, right? They can find your post amongst them. And it's a great way to promote the thing because then people are actually looking for people that they can do those things with. But here you have one girl doing it and she's making $1,000 a day, and here you have another girl doing it and she's making nothing. Like, she's been on it for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, and they're making nothing. Because like I said, like, if you have a following, I don't know how Reddit works. I've never been on Reddit. How does Reddit work? Like, let me know. How does Reddit work? Because I feel like for me, OnlyFans is like, and I don't work for agencies because I think that the sites take a substantial amount of money out of my account already. I don't want another person to take out of it. So like now I have a third party and I have the site. So I'm here working and, doing what I got to do, however I feel comfortable. And then there's like one person, the site is taking it, and then another person is taking it and then giving me what's left afterwards. No, I'm not about that. Okay, well you can hit me up in on Instagram, because I really don't know how Reddit works because I've never been on Reddit before. But something will work great for you and it doesn't work for no one else, for another person. So somebody would come on I'm Live. Well, I don't see where I'm Live doesn't work for anybody, because if you're a new customer, a new member of I'm Live, it's definitely going to work for you because you're definitely going to be flooded with a lot of people wanting wanting to get your attention and to see what you're all about, because first of all, you're the cheapest one on the site. And then after you complete your hours, then you're moved up and you can charge up to $5.90 per minute. So yeah. um so it's like you get a guarantee flow. You're automatically at the top of the list. You automatically get a customer base, and from there it's up to you to get them hooked. But for me, when I went on OnlyFans, It's like you have to go around begging people to subscribe, just as how you have to. Yeah, it's for me. It's like OnlyFans. You have to go around begging people to subscribe to you, just as how you have to beg. No, you don't. What I do, I'm on the non-nude part of it, so no, I don't need to get naked. But yeah, it's like you have to beg people to subscribe to your OnlyFans. Like you have to go outside and beg people to subscribe to your OnlyFans. Hey boo. No, I don't run out of questions to ask customers on ABC, because you have some ground rooted questions that you can ask that will never change. Like you can ask for a picture. If the customer has no picture, you can ask for their names. Those are questions you can always ask. So you have questions that you can always ask that no one can say it's repetitious, because if this person has never given their name before, then you can ask for that. Yeah, but the subscription thing, you have to go around begging people. So it's like, why you can beg someone to subscribe to your YouTube channel and people be like, no, who am I gonna beg to subscribe to my OnlyFans? Like my sisters? Like, no, I don't have a following. When I started, I didn't have a following on YouTube. I still don't have much of a following on YouTube. I have 1,001 subscribers now, and I'm grateful for that, and I love y'all. But at the end of the day, that's not a lot to market yourself to, especially when a lot of the people are on here looking for money themselves, because I'm here trying to help you guys make money for free without charging you. And I realize this too. A lot of the girls who are they are making money, but they're charging you to tell you how to make it. Like, I find that kind of sus. I don't get money all the time. Like I tell you guys, South Africa, hey. I don't get money all the time, like I tell you guys. Like I'm not trying to give you an unrealistic view of what I make. Last month I made nothing. Like last month, let me tell you how much I made last month. Oh my gosh. For last month, I can honestly say that I probably made like $200. I can honestly say that I made $200 for last month. I can honestly say that. Like, if I made that much, I probably made like $190 something last month. And that, no, lies. One, two, two, 53. Okay, so I made $350 for last month. That's yesterday last month, um not May, but June. In June, I literally made $300, and that's not on texting. On texting, I only made 159 euros. Yeah, 159 euros. That's all I made on texting. Like my broadcasting, I made $150 and some cents. And on my camming, I had money on my camming that I wasn't touching at all. So I don't know how much money I made, because I have a significant amount on my camming that I have not yet transferred over to my account. So I didn't include that into it. But I know I didn't get a lot off camming. Was I frustrated? Yeah, there were points that I was frustrated, but like I said, like I've always told you guys, what frustrates me is the wait time. Like waiting for the messages and have to be waiting so long. That's what frustrates me. It's not the money that I make, because what I try to tell you guys is you need to put money aside. Like you always need to save for if in case you don't do well one month. Or let's say for one month you don't feel like working at all. and you just feel like being lazy for that month. You're not worried about, oh, how am I going to pay my bills this month? I think the sun is coming in on me right here. I need to get some shade. Ooh, I need to get some more shade. Let's move down a bit so I can get some more shade. Yeah. Is this even better? Like, I don't know. Okay. So, yeah, I'm not fatigued. Yes. I get very fatigued when I need to. Girl, I've always bragged about being able to send 120 messages in an hour. Now it takes me 8 to 9 hours to send 100 messages because it's so slow. Sometimes I don't even make that. So of course I get fatigued. Um, Me being able to send like 100 messages, 120 messages in 1 hour, that lessened my fatigueness because my being feeling fatigued, because then I'm able to just work an hour, take a break, and then work another hour. So basically, I just need to work 5 hours if I decide that I want to make 500, if I want to send 500 messages for the day. So I just need to work 5 hours. Well, no, sorry, 4 hours. If I need to send 500 messages for the day at 120 messages per hour. So I have the entire day to do that. So I can work an hour, take 3 hours, work another hour, takes 3 hours. So when the messages are coming in fast, then no. But when it's slow, it is, ugh. You work for Cloud Worker? Yeah, I know that Cloud Worker, only the highest they go to is 5 cents, and 5 euros, and I don't know why. 5 pence, and I don't know why. I don't know why, because with inflation and they're raising everything, um, the platform that I'm working on, it goes up to 6 pence, right? And 6 pence is not, ugh, it's not a lot, but at least, um and that's one of the reasons why I do other things. So I picked up texting as a way to offset camming, because sometimes my wait time is so long for camming. So I'll be here with you guys chatting on my phone and my webcam is open, and with that I don't have no my webcam is open and there's nobody coming in. So I'll fall asleep, I'll wake up, I'll eat, I'll this, I'll that, I'll do all kinds of things. So I would, and then there are days when no one would come into my cam show. But when someone comes in, I do make it big. Um Texting Factory pays up to 11 cents. Yeah, I know. I know. They used to pay up to 12, but they cut that out. They used to pay up to 12. I know, cuz I used to work with them. And ABC pays up to 11 pence as well. ABC pays up to 11 pence as well. So it's not just them, it's just the platform that I'm on with ABC. The thing about it is I don't see the reason why I should have you guys pay for this information. Like, I do have a Patreon that I will encourage you guys to go on to get more information, and the reason for that is I cannot put it out on YouTube. That's the only reason. Another reason why I have the Patreon where you need to pay to go and get the information is because if I should tell you everything here, then I'm giving the game to the person who you're supposed to be receiving money from too. And I don't want them to be able to counteract you all. That would be counterintuitive. So there's some information that I kind of hold for myself unless you get me like on a one-on-one basis, that I will give you that information. But if you on a wider platform like this one, I'm not going to spill it all out there, because then if I tell you to walk around a circle to get that money from this dude is going to be like, oh, so she's going to walk around a circle to get my money. No, you know what? I'm going to make sure that she has to jump through this hoop too. And if I keep putting it out there that this is what you do and this is how you combat that, then they're going to keep coming up with ways. So, yeah, I have a Patreon that will be more in depth and more precise and tailored to you personally, um, when you join my Patreon. And I will give you that information. But for the most part of it, I'd have no issues giving you the information for absolutely free, because why not? I have this other thing coming out too that you can make money, and I'm gonna make a video about it. And once I make a video about it, I'm gonna put it up, and I'm gonna put the link down below. You guys can sign up for it. It is absolutely free. You don't need to pay any money to sign up. You don't need to pay any money to start making money, but you're gonna need to pay once um once your trial period is up. You're gonna have to pay. And if you want to see fast results, and if you want to level up faster, then you'd have to pay a certain amount to join to level up. But I will be giving you guys more information on that, because I'm currently doing it, and I wanted to make sure that it is something legit before I put it out there. So the OnlyFans model I work for make 75K to 100K per month, and wasn't making that amount until they hired people. So it works for some. Yeah, but that's the thing. Hey, baby girl. That's the thing, what I'm saying. A lot of people don't want to be promoting themselves on social media, because they don't want their mama, daddy, cousin, sister, brother to see that they're doing OnlyFans. Like, a lot of people don't want to do that. So, and OnlyFans doesn't come with a customer base built in for you to advertise yourself to. You have to get out there and advertise that you're on OnlyFans. So if you're on YouTube, you got to be like, oh, my OnlyFans link is in the bio down below, is in the description box. If you go to TikTok, you go, oh, my OnlyFans is in my bio. If you go to Twitter, you got to be like, oh, this is my OnlyFans, connect to my OnlyFans. So a lot of people don't want to go on a wide social media spectrum to tell people that they're on OnlyFans. So I'm not gonna promote OnlyFans, because a lot of people want to stay anonymous about it. And OnlyFans is a place where you gotta be out there advertising yourself like any other company. The way they're marketing their to be able, they probably, I don't know, because to be honest with you, hold on, wait, my sister just messaged me. Let me see what she's saying. Okay, I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, because she's hiring people. She's hiring people. So she's hiring people. People can promote her, you know? Right. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly, Minnie. Exactly. That's the thing. OnlyFans is just too much fucking work. And the people who get the broader promotion are, like, to be honest, are white girls. And I'm not knocking it, but the system is set up for white girls to achieve and to excel. And I can't say nothing, because if I was a part of the white community, then I wouldn't be saying nothing either. It's just how it's built, it's how it's structured, and there's nothing I can do about it. And it's just too much work going into promoting OnlyFans. I would prefer to promote my YouTube that hard, because then you can promote your YouTube to your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your sister, your brother. You can promote your YouTube to everybody out there. And once those people subscribe to you and start building you, then other people will start recognizing you and building and growing you on YouTube, on Twitter, on TikTok, on, you know, Instagram. But with OnlyFans, who wants to be like, mama, I'm doing OnlyFans, subscribe to help me build my account? Who's going to do that? Especially if you are someone like me that is more reserved and don't have a lot of friends. Like, I only have one friend. I only have one person in my life that's a friend. And that's in my age group. And I have one grown adult woman that I confide in, so I would call her my confidant. I wouldn't call her my friend. And so, with that being said, I only have one single friend apart from you guys. Who am I going to promote myself to when I didn't have my channel? Like, who am I going to promote it to? Who am I going to say subscribe to my YouTube, my OnlyFans? I'm going to have to put it out there in WhatsApp for everybody who knows me to automatically think that, you know, I'm probably doing threesomes. I'm probably, you know, taking it up the bum. I'm probably, you know, I'm leaving it for all these people to imagine all of these stuff. And meanwhile, I don't care what nobody thinks about me. I don't give a fuck, because you're not feeding me. So I don't care what you think about me regardless. If I'm doing that or not, it's my business. And she's, oh, okay. So not every family member you want knowing, you want in your business. So OnlyFans is one of those things where everybody's going to need to know, is going to need to be in your business for you to grow. And so I don't promote OnlyFans and I don't talk about it, because a lot of the girls that are on my channel don't want to be anonymous. They don't want people to know that they're doing it. They don't have a problem showing their face. And even if they have a problem showing their face, they still don't want people to associate it with them. And that's fine, because some people want to stay away from judging talks in their personal space. Like, I can deal with it if the outside is talking about it, but if my at home is talking about it, I can't deal with it. That's some people. Right, that's what I was saying. Within the camming world, the traffic is already there. I don't need to do shit but sign up. All I need to do is sign up and show up, and it's done for. It's dead. I don't need to go nowhere else to promote myself. If I want to, I can, but I don't need to. And I promote my I'm live on my channel, because if you go to my link tree, you will see it there. And my channel is about webcamming, so I promote it. If I wanted to promote OnlyFans, I could do that too, but I don't see the point in promoting it when a lot of the girlies that I'm talking to don't even want to show their faces, which means they're not going to do the work to get the subscription on OnlyFans in the first place. Since the 90s, right? So, and these are places that has their customer built in already. But what I was talking about earlier on was Fandom, and like I said, I'm going to do a more detailed video about it, where you do Fandom on TikTok, not on TikTok, sorry, on Twitter. Which you can do it on TikTok too. You can have an account that deals with Fandom on TikTok indirectly. You have to know how to do it. I need to get my hair done for my son's graduation, y'all. This is my hair at the moment. I just got it in some big twists for protective style. But I don't know what I'm going to do with it for my son's graduation on Tuesday. I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing a puff with, like, you know, one of those like braids across the front. I would slick my hair back, do a braid across the front, and have that little braid thing with a slick back and the puff. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. If y'all have any suggestions as to what I should do with my hair before by Monday, let me know so I can get it done. Let me know. I don't know yet. I'm gonna have to look up some hairstyles. Yeah, but back to the whole fandom thing. So what you do on Twitter is like you create an account, and your account name should be Goddess whatever, Goddess Capricorn, or Goddess Virgo, or Mistress Diamond, or Madame Dorsey, or whatever name you want to come up with, whatever handle you want to come up with. It should have Mistress, Goddess, Princess, or what's the other one? Mistress, Goddess, Madame, or Princess in front of it. A lot of people go with Goddess, and this is the one where you try to find guys to worship you. So they'll basically pay you for whatever. They'll pay you to abuse them, pay you to tell them how much of a loser they are, how, you know, they're worth nothing, how they will never amount to anything. They'll pay you to say stuff like that to them. Mean shit. And I saw it on TikTok. You got those subs? I saw it on TikTok, right? Where you do it through Twitter. I have subs like that, but I got them off Camming. Yeah. But they never follow the instructions. Mine do. Mine does follow the instructions. When I send him to get the belt and wrap his dong up and squeeze it tight, he does it. And if I tell him to get the spoon and smack himself with it, he does it. If I tell him to hit himself in the face, he does it. Everything that I tell him to do, he does it, and it drives him crazy. But I have those on Campsite, but I didn't do it on Twitter. So this girl is on TikTok promoting it, saying that blase, it's real, and she's made a insane amount of money doing it, and, you know, pay pig, blah 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 blah. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let me give this a shot so I can have it. One, it will be great content, and two, if it works, that's extra income, and three, I can give my honest review on it, right? So I've been doing it now for the better part of what looks like, I think it's 2 or 3 weeks now, and only thing I've gotten off it are scammers. People were trying to scam me. And here's another thing about it is, like, I'm getting the views. People are viewing it, right? People are viewing the recommendation. She says put up a video. So I followed her little instructions as to what to do on Twitter, and I put it up and all of that. I did all of that, and the only thing I got in response were scammers. I've not gotten one legit person who was willing to pay me to, you know, to be their dominant. Now, today I went back on TikTok, and she's like, oh, I created a whole course. You just go into the bio and you can see the course. I'll tell you how to do it. But when I went on it, I realized she's charging for the course. She's charging $33 and some cents for a course, and there's only like 5 videos, not including the intro. So the intro video would be like 6 videos, and she's charging 30 something dollars for $33 for 5 videos. I'm like, girl, are you really making money off? Are you really making that much money off these guys, or are you trying to make money off these girls? Yeah, I get it. I get that I get that time is money. But I charge for my personal time. I'm not going to charge for a video. I'm not going to charge for a video that I'm trying to give you game on. Like, for me, if you're making that much money and you are trying to get females to make money, obviously they want money. They don't have money. If they had money, then they wouldn't have been. That's all good. That's all cool. But I'm saying, for me, it looks sus. It looks like you're not making what you say you're making. Because if you're making $1,000 a day, why do you need my little $33 for a video telling me how to make that $1,000 you made? Like, why do you need my $33 to do that? And had I had $33, like, for me, I'm just looking at it from the standpoint of someone who really wants the money, who really wants quick cash, and thinking that if they had the money, they wouldn't be here in the first place. That's what I'm thinking. If they had the money, they wouldn't be looking and listening to what I'm saying in the first place. And now I'm going to turn around and charge you what you don't have. Like, that to me is just not, But if you want my personal time and you want my one-on-one time, then of course, fine. I have no issues with that. But a couple of videos, like, if you're gonna charge $1, babe. Like, charge a literal dollar for some videos if you're gonna charge. Like, for me, it's a bit sus. It's a bit sus. I can understand, wanting to make money here and there, but if I'm making $1,000 a day, which is $5,000 a week, let's leave Saturday, Sunday out of it. $5,000 a week, which entails I'm making 20,000 US dollars a month. Why? And I'm trying to tell you, okay, this is what you got to do to make the money that I'm making. Why am I gonna look at you and be like, but give me empty your pockets for me too? No. That just looked a little sus to me. Cause I'm like, but then again, everyone thinks differently when you look at it. I get it. I get it, and I'm not knocking their hustle, but I'm just saying the only way I would charge you for a course that is not my personal time, that is just a video, the only way I would charge you for a video is, one, if I don't want everybody to see what I'm trying to tell you. One, this is so important. I don't want everybody to see what I'm trying to tell you. And two, if I'm not making enough money doing what I'm telling you that I'm doing, that's the only way I'm going to charge for a course. Or, like I said, my personal time. If it's my personal one-on-one time, I'll charge. But, and like I said, I do Patreon. And Patreon, there's a subscription fee that you have to pay to get the information that I want to give you. But the reason why I do that is because, like I said, certain things I can't put on YouTube because YouTube won't allow it. I can't say certain things. I can't put out certain images on YouTube because YouTube won't allow it. That's one of the major points. And the second point is, when I think about it, if I tell you, this is what you got to do to make the money, and then a guy comes along and be like, oh, so this is what they're doing to make the money, I'm going to make it harder for them to make the money now, because I'm not going to fall for this when she says that. Right? So then you want to keep the other players out of the game. But it's like, you don't want to keep your teammates out of the game, which you girls will be my teammate. I don't want to keep you out of the game. I want to give you the game and let you guys got a fair shot at playing the game and making money. But I don't know. Maybe I got it all twisted. Like, maybe I got it all twisted. And I agree with what you're saying. You're absolutely right. But maybe I got it all twisted. I don't know. Maybe I need to think about it a little bit more and adjust myself a little bit more and say that maybe it is worth it. But $33 for 5 videos, though? $33 for 5 videos. Sis, you could have made it $15. You could have made it $15. You could have. Like, you could have. And I don't think she's worried about these dudes picking up game and peaking game and making it harder. I don't think she's worried about that because these dudes can buy her courses also. And the book expert secrets. Yeah, with at least with Patreon, I can kick you out my shit. If you decide to, as soon as you subscribe to my Patreon, I see that you subscribe, and I can go through, I can vet you, and I can kick you out. If I realize that, oh no, this is a player, this is not a camera, this is a customer trying to peak game, trying to get their shit for free. But anybody can see her shit and pay for it. So I don't think it's, oh, I don't want my trade secrets to go to everybody, including the customers. I don't think it's that, because the way it's set up, the customers can pay for the course and watch what she's saying. But anyways, fandom is a real thing. It's on Twitter. You have lots of girls that say they do it. It works. One of the major ways for it to work, though, is like you need to get a community together. So if I'm gonna be doing this and I'm gonna be introducing other females to it, then what I would do, I would say, let's go on Twitter and let's follow each other on Twitter, and so we can build our accounts and retweet each other's stuff. Because, you know, like if your tweet gets like say 20 retweets, then it's going to be put out there for more people to see, and the more people see it, the more money you're able to make. So with that, I think in order for it to work so that it reaches a wider audience for you to make your money off fandom, you have to have like a circle of like anywhere between 10 to 20 females, or 30 or 40 females together, and everybody just keep retweeting each other's shit once you put it out. And that's how you're gonna propel yourself forward in the whole fandom on Twitter. And if you don't have that community, you're just gonna have a long freaking ass wait. So, but like I said, I will give more information on that on in another video. But I do have something coming out wherein, like I said, I'm trying to test it. Once I'm done testing it, I'll let y'all know about it. And basically you can make money with you can make money without spending money. But in order to get to your withdrawal, let me not say it like that. Let me not say it like that. You can do a free trial and check it out for yourself and make money for yourself. And if you want to proceed with the program, then you got to pay to proceed. But you decide if you want to proceed with it. But you get a free trial, a free 2-week trial, and you make money every single day on the trial. And after that, you can decide if you want to continue or level up or what. And it's just a one-time fee. After you pay that one-time fee, you don't have to pay another fee again. You have unlimited access to the platform and all that. But again, that's another thing that I'll give you all information on, because I don't like to tell you where to go and what it is without being able to give you all the information when you ask questions. So I'm trying to come up with a lot of other ways to make money that are legit, apart from like camming and texting, because I know some people get fatigued with the texting. I know I do. Some people get annoyed with it. I know I do. Some people, like, camming, you don't always make money on camming. It's not an everyday thing. You have dry days, you have dry weeks, you probably even have a dry ass month with camming. So with that in mind, and we all know that, I'm trying to test out other ways to make money, but I'm not gonna put it out unless I know it's legit. In terms of expert secrets, you're talking about for camming? When you say expert secrets, are you talking about for camming? Because like I said, I want other ways for people all over the world to be able to make money. Because not everyone wants to do the whole camming. Not everybody wants to do affiliate marketing, because affiliate marketing is hard as fuck. Like, people make it seem like it's easy. It's hard, and you have to invest a lot of the times. You have to invest a lot of money. Ways to make money that is legit. Like, what are one of the ways that it gives you to make money? List one of the ways that it gives you to make money in the book. I'll check it out, but like, what are one of the ways that it would recommend that you go about making money? One thing that people need to know is that there's no such thing. You said there's traffic secrets as well, but what does the book, is the book related to the cam world, or is it related to like email, texting? What is it related to? Is it related to affiliate marketing? What is it of online businesses? And online businesses could be a lot of things, because an idea of an online business could be to start a makeup brand. An idea of an online business could be to sell clothes, sell scrubs, and all of that takes startup money. All of that is going to take a lot to do. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to test ways that people put out there that they say are for free, or free to start. I'm trying to test those ways and just come back with it to you guys and tell you that this is my findings with this particular site or with this particular business. I'm not trying to tell someone that, oh, you need to go to this vendor and that vendor to buy this product and that product. I'm not trying to do that, because a lot of the people nowadays is not about finding vendors or finding a business idea. It's about finding the startup. A lot of people don't have the money to do the startup, and that's the issue. So because of that, they would rather to plug into something that does not require a startup. For example, text chat does not require a startup. You just sign up, answer a few questions, and if the company accepts you, you start working with texting and you start making some money. For camming, all you do is sign up and show up, and you start making money. But with like these secret books that you're gonna have to find vendors and find this and do that and blah 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 and all these things, it requires startup money, and if they don't have that, they can't do it. So what I'm trying to do is find them a way to build that startup money. So if they want to do something like you suggest, then they can. Okay, you made money in affiliate marketing with low to zero cost. Okay, so what my understanding with affiliate marketing is, for a lot of people, it's a learning curve, and they're gonna need to learn the business first. And a lot of them don't have the time, or well, let me not say don't have the time. Yeah, they don't have the time because they need the money as soon as possible. So a lot of them don't have the time it would take to get the information at a low to zero cost. A lot of the times, to get the information on affiliate marketing, you need to pay anywhere between $120 upwards. And again, a lot of people don't have that, because not everybody lives in the US where they're making US dollars. Some people live in different countries that are making different currencies, and the currencies are much lower in value than that of the US dollars. So it's going to take a lot more of their dollars to get to $100. So while for you it's like $100, for somebody else, that's $15,000. So the suggestion you put out there is really good, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find a way that they can make the startup money so they can do this that you suggested, if that makes sense. Does it make sense? Does that make sense to you? I can't tell you like the amount of people that I've chatted with that do not have startup. Like, there's a lot of people who wants to do coaching with me and can't afford it. And it's like $15, and for $15 you get what was it? I don't even remember right now. I think it's 5 hours I put on there. For $15 you get 5 hours. And in the camming world, $15 is not even 15 minutes of my time in the camming world. Like, you get 5 hours. And if I were to translate that to the cam world, that's $500. So if someone wants 5 hours of my time, it's $500. So if they want an hour a day for 5 days, that's $500 in the cam world. But I'm giving you 5 hours of my time, which I usually charge for $500. I'm giving it to you at $15, and you get bonus hours too, and you get updates and things like that, and they still can't afford $15. No, I'm not talking about not being able to make money in affiliate marketing. I'm talking about they don't have the money to begin with. Okay, so you're thinking that you could start by people with disabilities to make money. That's a whole different topic, because the thing about it is, I can understand where your business coach is coming from, but let me say this. I was in the position at one point where I needed money and there was no one to help me. And I would have been so grateful if I had someone to help me, to just give me the knowledge to make the start. Like, I would be willing to do the work. Just give me the knowledge to make the start. Like, for example, camming. When I first started off in camming, I was looking all over to try and figure out what I was doing wrong, because I felt like I was doing wrong because, one, no one was sticking to my cam room. No one was sticking. Like, people would come, and after like 20 seconds they pop out. Not even a minute, they pop out. And then I'll get a lot of that, and I started feeling rejected. Then I would go for a full week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months, and no one would come to my cam show. No one would come to my cam room. Like, I wouldn't have nobody in there. And you go on YouTube and you have these girlies that are talking about all this money that they're making, and you try to reach out to them, and none of them are reaching out to you. So I've been at the point where I was at my lowest, and I wasn't, I didn't have the money to pay these girls to talk to me, to help me out. I didn't have it. So what did I have to do? I had to either, one, figure it out on my own, or two, um, I had no other choice. I had to figure it out on my own in order to get it done. That was the option. Figure it out on my own. And so I did, and I started making money. So what I'm saying is, I don't want to do to other people what other people did to me. So we can always be like, oh, let's ignore these people over here and deal with only these people over here. And you have people that do that and they make good for themselves doing that. My entire purpose of starting this channel and doing this is not to forget about these people over here. I want to help these people over here. I want to, because it is not because they don't want the help, it's just that they don't have the money at the time. And I'm going to be like, "Oh, you don't have the money? Okay, I can't help you. Bye." And then close the door. I remember when I was in the position when I needed help. And if there was a me, I would have been so freaking grateful for it. I've met people who are in my position that I was in back then, and I helped them out of it. So when you're saying change my niche to people who have the money saved up, when I see people want to do that, they offer a sibling scale or a scholarship. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. And again, I don't do affiliate marketing because I don't think I'm built for affiliate marketing, to be honest. But that's the whole mindset of where I'm at. I'm just trying to help those who want to help themselves, but is not in a position, but does not have the knowledge to do so. But at the same time, you do have some people who they want you to do all the work for them. That's a different set of people. And I just ignore them altogether because you are not about to waste my time for shit. Like, bitch, you want me to find time for your shit? Hey, come for this. You want me to find time? You want me to take out of my day to work and make you money? Meanwhile, come for these. Meanwhile, my time is being wasted making you money. I'm not making no money for myself. No, we're not doing that. But I don't want to write off people who genuinely wants the help and just can't pay for it. That's some government type shit. That's government behavior. And if I wanted to be the government, I would have gone in politics. I would have just gone in politics. But yes, so what I was talking about, come for these. But the topic of this video, basically, hello, come for these. I don't know why you can just carry one of the bars. I don't know why your mind don't work like that. Hold it. The pins are going to fall. What is? See there? Pick them up. Your mind work to do things the hard way all the time. Go on. Yep. So what the title of the video was, protecting your mental. And in whatever job or position that you're in, you need to protect your mental health and your mental space. Because I've had hella issues with that. Like creating boundaries. Like I find myself have to create full blown boundaries now to protect myself, because it's like I tried having boundaries but they weren't being respected. Now I'm just going to have to enforce them to be respected. And I'm talking about my personal life at this point. But in your camming life, you also have to have boundaries. Take off the sheet. Hold this. Take these off of it. In your camming life, you also have to have boundaries. As it relates to what you're willing to put up with and the things you're willing to deal with when it comes to talking to and dealing with customers. Because not everyone is okay with the whole abuse aspect of it all. Some people can't do the, okay, be I'm gonna be the abuser and call you the names that you want me to call you. Some people can't do that. And then others can't deal with being the one receiving the abuse. So for example, the last time I was on here last Sunday, someone was like, oh, some of these customers get mad disrespectful. I need some water. I probably should have get my water. I'm gonna go inside right about now. I need to wash my face. It's so hot. Yeah, so some people can't handle being the one that is being abused. So one of the things that Girly was talking about was the guy was calling her all kinds of whore and whatever. And when she wouldn't respond, the guys would get angry and da 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 da. And while it is a form of abuse to be verbally abused, if it's not something that you can put up with, then don't. Just delete that particular customer. When you see customers coming into your chat doing that, and if it's something that you can't mentally handle, delete them. Don't even stick around. Not all money is good money. Not all money is worth it. If it's going to mess with your mental health, then it's not worth it. Like, I decided whatever this person's terminology of child support is, it's not worth the abuse that they were inflicting, the financial abuse that they were inflicting on my son and myself. It's like, if you did something that I don't like, Tommy, why you messing with me? It's like, if you do something that I don't like, I'm not gonna give you this. I'm not gonna give you this little $30. Like, if you did something I don't like, I'm not gonna give you this $30. So basically, if you don't call me 2 times a week, I'm not gonna give you this $30. If you call me to tell me an issue and I don't like the issue that you're telling me about, I'm gonna stop giving you this little $30. Like, I'm like, bitch, fuck no. Well, it depends, because you have to remember, like you said earlier on, I had to read your message twice just to make sure that I understand correctly. Remember, you said earlier on, like, the industry that we're in, the sex industry that we're in, is wide. It is broad, right? It consists of a lot of things. And because it consists of a lot of things, you have people that likes to be verbally abused, and you have people who likes to be the one doing the verbal abuse, right? And if it's mutual to both parties, then I don't see an issue with that. Because if a dude's gonna pay me to tell him that he is worth nothing, then I'm gonna tell him he's worth nothing and collect my money. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I can't do that. That's mean. Because that's how that's his entertainment. That's how he gets his entertainment. So why am I gonna restrict his entertainment to be like, oh no, I can't do that. That's mean. You want me to tell you have a little prong? No, I can't do that. That's mean. No, I'm going to say it and I'm going to collect that money. Well, I guess if it's on the site that it shouldn't be done, then you guys can take your shit. You guys can take your things elsewhere. You guys can go elsewhere and do what you got to do to collect your money. Some guys be like, you're my little whore. You're my little whore. You little whore. You're my cum slut. Like, it's what gets him off. It's a schmeck site. It's not a holy grail. It's not a church. It's not in the Bible. It's not school. It's a sex site. And sex consists of many things. It's not just penetration. It's not just for the girls who do the nudity. It's not just seeing P in V. Not everybody gets aroused by that. Some people get aroused by weird shit. Like, I know for the most part what most sites shun on is anything that has to do with child abuse, and I'm perfectly fine with that, because at no point should child abuse be accepted or tolerated. Doesn't matter what, because kids should not be included in sexual promiscuity. But between two consenting adults, if you want me to call you a small prick loser and you're gonna pay me for that, I'm gonna do that. Because not everybody, it's not all about P and V. Some people actually likes a little bit more than that. So um when you see somebody come onto your platform and they are like, oh, you are such a whore, I'm like, don't take that personal. It's just their way of being entertained. Go with it. If you feel like they're being out of pocket with how they're doing it, then you can just block them. You can just block the hell out of them. Simple as that. There's no need to go above and beyond. There's no need to be all in your feelings about some stranger that you don't even know that has to come to a campsite to get his rocks off. Like, there's no need for you to get in your feelings about that. There's no need for you to be like, oh, the site doesn't allow this or the site doesn't allow that. Once they're not talking about, oh, grape and raping their relatives or a child or touching a child or molesting a child, once they're not talking about that, really, I don't see the problem. If somebody comes to me and they're like, oh, let's say they're talking about feces, because you know some people get their rocks off to the thoughts of feces. Now, if somebody comes to me about feces and duking and eating it and doing all of that, now that's not for me. That is definitely not for me. So I'd be like, no, maybe you can try the next one, because that's not for me. You're not gonna have much fun with me here. But if it's a case where it's like verbal things, because I do non-nude, so if it's verbal things, I don't have an issue with that, as long as the verbal things don't include child molestation. Then I'm good with that. I'm not gonna run off and report you to the site or go through whatever. I mean, they're gonna go to someone else and get it. And a lot of the times these sites don't even be getting rid of the men for real, because these men are spending money, and at the end of the day they want their money, so they don't even get rid of these men for real. So I don't think I need to go into the schematics of what the site will and will not allow when it comes to certain dynamics of what makes someone sexually aroused. As long as it has nothing to do with kids, I don't see the problem in it unless it's something specific to me. Like I said, if a guy comes on screen and he wants me to watch him he eat his duke, then I'm not gonna watch you eat your duke. I'm sorry, sir, that's nasty to me. You're not gonna have any fun with me watching you do that. If a guy wants me to watch him abuse himself, I'm gonna watch him abuse himself. I'm not gonna be like, oh, the site does not allow that. It's your ass that's gonna get blocked, not mine, because I can't determine or dictate what the hell you do on your end. Like, you want to do it and you're paying me to do it, baby, I'm collecting your money. If you want me to watch you abuse yourself and give you instructions on how to do it, I'm collecting your money. If you decide that you want to verbally abuse me, if I'm not up for it, then I'm going to end the conversation. And if you're going to get all pissed about it, I'm going to block you. That's it. Like, the dynamics and the schematics of what goes on the site is what the site put in their, terms and condition. I am a big advocate for reading the terms and condition of a site. But certain things, if you can't handle it, then don't do it. Like, one of the major things that I talk about too is, what if, for people who don't want people in their life to know that they do schmex work, right? You don't want people to know that you do it. And while that is all fine and well, for me, I'm like, what if they find out? Then you just have to have a thick skin where you don't care. You can't live your life trying to be timid around people if they should find out. And if you're gonna be so stressed out about it, if they should find out, then don't do it. Another thing that I tell people, like, oh, I wanted to touch on this last Sunday, but I didn't, now that I remember. Somebody was like, they want to do camming, but they don't want their boyfriend to find out that they're doing it. And I'm like, babe, if you have a boyfriend and you feel like you have to do camming to make your ends meet, then you need to drop something. You either need to drop your boyfriend or don't do camming at all. Because how am I going to have a whole ass man and I need to cam? Right? It's like, find a new freaking boyfriend. Like, for me, it's like, how, if you don't want me doing it, what, and you can't support me, what am I doing with you? Right? Okay, now there you go. Like, why do I need to do camming and hide it from my boyfriend? Like, if I have to hide camming from my boyfriend, no, we not gonna be together. Because if you're like, oh, you can't do camming to me, then you need to tell me how you're gonna make the money so that I don't need to do camming. Or you gonna leave me the fuck alone to do what I want to do. You gotta pick one. I was on TikTok when somebody asked me, like, what if you find a man? Would you? I'm like, no. But if you find a real man, I'm like, no. No. I'm not gonna stop camming for nobody. I'm gonna stop camming for myself. That's it. If I feel like stop, I'm gonna stop for myself. Because they can't, the reason I would ask that is because they can't envision their woman doing that. But for me, I'm like, I done it already. I did it where I stopped camming for a dude and I suffered for a year. Like, I suffered financially for a year because of him. He could not make ends meet. He couldn't even start making one end, let alone making the other end for them to meet in the middle. He couldn't even do one, right? And so I suffered for a year financially because of this dude. And I decided I'm never going to do that again. I gave up receiving 500 pounds a week from one dude guaranteed a week, plus money in between. So I'm getting 500 pounds a week from one dude every single week, 500 pounds. In addition to that, I'm getting money from other dudes, right? But this one was solidified, right? And I gave up all of that. So you can call it like I'm making probably like $3,000 a week or something like that. And I'm giving up all of this for one dude. And then when I gave it up, he couldn't afford nothing. Right? Like, no, we're not going to stop, because if you want me to stop, you need to make sure that I have a bank account with a lot of money in my name from your pockets that will sustain me for the length of the relationship. Like, you got to make sure you stack my bank account. You got to make sure that you buy me a car or a new car or upgrade my car. You got to make sure you got to take care of everything that Camming would have taken care of for me. You got to now take up that responsibility, and all of it is coming to me, not you giving me little at a time. You're gonna have to suffice that income. 500 a month for a year. What the hell can you do with $500 a month? What can you do with $500 a month? Come on, like, these people just need to leave people to do what they want to do. What's the difference between being a like, you have corporate women that have had sex with 20 different men to get to the top of the ladder, to get the job that they have, and you're gonna call them respectable for selling their coochie for a job, and then they have to work twice as hard to maintain that job. But you're gonna look down on me as a cam model. Hey baby, you're gonna look down on me as a cam model who ain't no dude touching my body, and I don't need to work but a couple hours a day, and you're gonna look down on me. Like, this girl had 20 different women, 20 different men put her in 20 different positions to get a position. And then when she gets that position, she has to work her ass off to keep that position. While me, I don't need to do none of that. And I'm making my money. Now she gives money and not care what you do. Right. That's all. You just gotta leave people to live their life. Like, you sound like someone who has your head on your body, who, you know, you go through the rules and regulations of the sites. You do this. You research that. Like, just let people live. Not everyone. Not every woman is looking for a white picket fence and a husband and 2 kids. Like, a lot of women nowadays ain't looking for that, because that is a lot of work to maintain. A lot of women nowadays are looking to make money and travel the world, because that's way easier to do than to try to maintain a fucking picket fence, a husband, and 2 kids. That's hard. That's hard as fuck. And I'm not gonna wish that on nobody. If that's something you want for yourself, then do you, boo. But one of the things I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna have a man that I have to hide the fact that I'm a cam model from. He has a bigger fan base than you do. That's funny. That's funny. And he's making his coins, right? Sex sells. Sex sells. If I take a picture, if I take a naked picture, that's disgusting. If I take a nude picture and sell it, that's disgusting. That's low class. That's whore-like behavior. But if Meryl Streep's take a naked picture and put it on the cover of a magazine, that's fucking art, and sells it to millions of people, that's art. He pushed you out of a plane. Were you afraid? Were you afraid when he did that? I don't know if I could do that, like do skydiving shit. I don't think I'm some, you respect that. I trust me. I'm not gonna stop doing what I do for somebody. I'm gonna stop doing it for myself. You went down here where you were like, let me tell her something. Let me tell her something. Let me tell her something. Was that you? Was that you? Let me tell her something. Let me tell her something. Let me tell her something. Oh my goodness. Let me tell her something. Oh God, it's just it's a little bit too much when you gotta, like, I don't know, why am I gonna be ashamed of what I do? If I gotta hide it, and it's it's not like I walk around introducing myself to everybody. Like if you come up to me in person, hi, my name is Orthea, I'm a camel. No, it's not like I do that. It's not like I call up every one of my family members and be like, "Oh, I do camming." Like, no, I don't do that. But if they find out for themselves and they come to me about it, I'm gonna be like, "And your point?" So I heard that you did this. Is that true? And your point? What else are you gonna say to me after that? Like, and if they start running their mouth, I'm all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out these bills, because I have all the bills digitally, and I'm gonna WhatsApp all my bills to them and tell them to pay it. And or ask them which one of them are you paying, or which one of them did you pay, or which one of them are you going to pay, you know? And if they're gonna be like none of them, then I'm gonna be like, shut the fuck up about what I do and how I do it. I'll go check it out. I heard you, mother, when she found out 20 years ago. Right? Like, it's not like I'm gonna be like, mommy, sit down. I need to. Well, my mom is dead, but it's not like I'm gonna be like, daddy, sit down. I got something to tell you. I'm this. But no, no, because I don't tell you what position I was in last night. I didn't tell you if I was on my head or if I was sucking his dick, or I didn't tell you none of that. So why do I need to tell you anything else? Like, no. You don't want to hear that either. I need to get my eyebrows done. I'm gonna go to the barber tomorrow. I'm in the middle of doing a vlog too. My nose itches. God. Every time I'm on live, it's like my nose itches, and then I keep picking at it like like I'm some crack addict. Like my nose start tickling as soon as I decide to pick up the phone and do a live. And it's crazy. It's getting a little bit dark out, and mosquitoes are gonna come and visit me soon. So I'm gonna head inside. Going inside the house. Alexa, turn on bedroom.
Okay.
Alexa, make bedroom light white.
Okay.
Mm. Hello. Go back downstairs. Ooh, let me just fix up. One, two. Well, one of the things I can recommend for that is build a whole new site, build a whole new page. But if you do that, then you can't put your face in it. Build a whole new IG and a whole new TikTok, but you just won't put your face in on the profile picture. You won't have your face in any of the videos. You just advertise and divert people to the site to see the whole thing. So like you would give sneak peek. Like say for example, you can get real creative about it. Okay, so this is your phone, right? You're recording yourself, right? Your phone, you're recording yourself. When you have it like this, your face is in view, right? Let's just say you have your selfie stick, you start from your feet and you bring the camera up, and right before you hit your face, you cut off the video and put below it, want to see more? Go to my page, the link in my bio. You know? Things like that. So you can do it that way to promote the whole thing. But like Minnie was saying, if you don't live with them and you're like, I understand. You don't want to deal with these people at all. Like, I don't want you in my business. I don't want them dealing. I don't want you in my business. I don't want you dealing with me at all. Like, I don't want you to know what I'm doing. I don't want you to see my face and come to me and ask me about it. I don't want to be rude to you. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to create profiles for IG, for Twitter, for this. And in all of them is either I'm going to do a headless shot, a foot pic, or something, roses, an anime character, something that doesn't show my face. And then when I do my videos, all my videos are teasers, so my face never shows in them. Like you have things where you can get nude and you can blur out the entire thing, face and everything included, and be like, have a towel, pull off the towel, so this is all blurry, face and body, but then they see the towel, they see your arm, they see everything, and you just drop it, and you like want to see the full video uncensored, go to here. You know, you can get creative with it. You can promote yourself without showing your face or without your family finding you. For me, that's just a lot more work. I just decide not to care. That's easier. Right, Minnie? Isn't that easier, just not caring what the fuck they have to think? That's way easier for me. Like, I could do all of this anonymously, but I think that's too much work. I think that's too much work. I left home at 18 years and needed to make money, and webcam was the best offer I saw in the local paper, and it would leave me with a life. That was 2003. Wow, that was a long time. Okay, well, it's gonna take, to be honest with you, it's gonna take time to not care. Cause when I just started, I cared. I didn't want anyone to know. Like when I just started, and at that time, I wasn't making any money, girl. I wasn't making any money because I didn't know what I was doing. I was a hot mess. I didn't know what to do. So I wasn't making any money, and I was, you know, I didn't want nobody to know what I was doing. I was afraid of people finding out what I did. And I hit it well for a good little minute until some dude was in my face when I told him I worked from home. He was like, God, don't tell me you're one of those girls who take your clothes off and play with yourself for money. And I'm like, at the time, I was only texting. At that time, I was only texting. I wasn't doing nothing else. Even though I was a part of the cam community, I did already have my account by that time. But at that particular time, that's not what I was doing. I was texting. That's all I was doing at that particular time. And he pissed me off when he said that. And so that's when I dived into camming head first and didn't come out of it. Cause then I wasn't doing it, but you're looking down on it. So I'm like, okay, you're looking down on it, you're gonna look down on my ass too. But while you're trying to look down on my ass, you're gonna have to look up to try to look down on my ass. I don't know how you're gonna do that, but you're gonna figure it out. So that's when I started my cam journey full time, because I wasn't doing camming full time. I was doing it on and off for a lot of years, like probably 9 years, maybe more, maybe the same 10 years. I don't really. No, it's not 10. Probably, probably it's about 6 or 7 years. Let me see what you say. Yes, I'm about. If you focus on what's best for you, then you stop caring what other people think. That's true, because once you start focusing on you and what makes you money, you stop thinking about it. Before massive social media exists, somebody sent you. Well, I'll be like, what are you doing? If I was your sister, I'd be like, what are you doing on that site, big nasty? You shouldn't have found my sister, because you shouldn't have been on that site, you big nasty. Oh, well, so when guys, I notice, you see, when guys talk down about girls who do OnlyFans, the only reason why they talk down on those girls is because they know they can never afford those girls. Any guy you see talk down on a girl that does OnlyFans is a guy that cannot afford that girl. He cannot. One, he cannot afford her, and two, he knows that this girl is way out of his league. So the only way he can feel some level of importance is to talk down about her doing that. Right, because there was no social media for them to stalk you on. Exactly. When a guy does that, it is for sure his insecurity coming out. He, when a, I don't see any guy that knows or feel as if they can pull a girl on OnlyFans don't care that she does OnlyFans. He doesn't care. And if a guy see a girl that he likes that does OnlyFans and he decides that he wants her to stop, he's going to be like, babe, don't worry about it. I'll take care of you. I'll give you all your money that you need. I'll give you an allowance. Stop doing OnlyFans. While you're with me, stop doing it. And he'll give her an allowance to compensate that for her to stop. Like for me, if a guy says to me that he's going to compensate me to stop doing this, then I'm going to stop doing it because you're going to be my sugar daddy. And when you stop, I can always go back to it, because it's not like a 9 to 5 when you come out of the business for 2-3 years. You are rendered null and void. Oh, you have not worked for 2-3 years or 5 years. You're no longer qualified. You no longer have the skill set. Do you think you still know how to do this job? No. You can stop doing camming for 10-20 years and go back, and it's like nothing ever happened. Guys who give an allowance, some of them do. Some of them do. But here's the thing. When I set up something like that, I tell you exactly what you're paying for. So outside of those times, this time is mine. And if you want that time slot, you got to pay for that time slot too. Like, I get real business-like about it. So it's either you leave me the hell alone, or you take what you get, you take what you pay for, and shut the hell up. Like, I'm not leaving any room for you to feel like you have some sort of control over me, because I'm not giving up what is making me my money. And I am not gonna lose my client base over you. I'm not gonna do that for a guy again. Like I said, your allowance got to be pretty tall. It's got to be a pretty tall order for me to abandon my client base to the point where I need to start over. Right. They can't afford it. And what they're doing is they're telling you, here's the thing that I don't understand, right? Men want you to be a virgin, but at the same time be sexually promiscuous. Like, oh, she's a virgin, she has more value, but she's a virgin, she doesn't know how to satisfy me. Like, pick a side, pick a struggle, sir. Pick one. Is either you want someone inexperienced or you want someone with experience. You can't have someone inexperienced with experience. That's not how it works. I don't have a body count. The only body count I have is me. I don't have a body count. Don't freaking ask me about my body count, because I don't have one. Do you have a body count? Not yet. Do you want to be the first? How do you want to go? Stabbing, shooting, poisoning? How do you want to go? Not yet, but you can be my first. Don't ask me about my body count. You ask me about my body count. Sounds like you want to put me. You want to be 6'6". Sounds like you need a designated grave. Like my body count. I don't have a body count, sir. I haven't killed anyone yet. Have I thought about it? Oh. What's your body count? None. How do you have a son? Because I gave birth to him. That's how I have a son. So how you have no body count? Would you like to be my first? And what's your choice? You want a stabbing, a shooting, a poisoning, or what? Do you want to be tortured first, or should I make it quick? What? That's what I'm saying. I don't have a body count. Don't ask me about no body count. I don't have no body count. The only body count that exists is one where you pew pew. You. That's the only body count. Don't ask me about no body count. I'm not a cemetery. Ain't nobody died in me. I don't have a body count. Everyone that I've been with is alive and well. Well, no. One guy was shot by police. So I guess I do have a body count. One. No, but he didn't die when he was with me. He died after me. Like, he had a whole other girlfriend when he died. So, no, that brings me back down to 0. I have no body count. I'm not a cemetery. A cemetery has body counts. Go in there and count the grave sites. Hall of Fame twice. I got Hall of Fame. I think I got Hall of Fame more than twice. I think I had Hall of Fame more than twice. Hall of Fame is when you make a lot of money for the site for the month. When you out earn a lot of the girls that are there. I should think it's more than twice. I've hit Hall of Fame more than twice because I know I've been in that percentile of receiving high pay. Because you know when you hit the Hall of Fame, right? You automatically get more money. But all I did was to be myself. All I did was to be myself. I just sat and talked to people like I'm talking to y'all now. No cap. No cap. I'm not telling no lies. I'm telling you, all I did was to sit and talk to people just like how I'm dressed now. Sometimes I have my hair done, and sometimes I'm wearing my bonnet. And I makes my money. Okay, that's for August. Twice in August. Okay, there are others there. For like the year before that and stuff like that. And this last year I got a Hall of Fame more than twice. Hey honey, how you doing? How you doing? How many hours was that? Gosh. Like I said, I've hit Hall of Fame more than once. Hall of Fame, it's okay, so I don't know if you remember how AmLive does it, right? So you have, and I have a whole video where I show where I was in Hall of Fame. Hey, boo, how you doing? I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing wonderful. So, Hall of Fame, whew, let me tell you. So, you know the pay period is from the 1st to the 15th, right? And then from the 16th to the end of the month, 31st, 30th, 29, depending on what month you're in, right? Great. That's the best thing we can do is be grateful. No, well, to be honest with you, I had like, oh god, it was an influx of customers. I didn't even work for one customer. I talked to with it for an hour. Another customer, and then sometimes like when I'm there, they will throw gifts while we're in chat. So you know the money's running while we're in chat, right? And then they throw gifts while we're in chat too. So that helps to ramp it up. So sometimes it's like the amount of chat, if I the sum total, it would be like tops 3 hours. Right. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like it. So like it's like 3 hours worth of chat tops. Like probably 2.5 worth of chat. But how long I was logged in for, those people that I talked to was like scheduled talks. And we spoke for hours. Like I think I remember who had me in that Hall of Fame too. No, it wasn't him. Cause him I met this year. Was it this year? Yeah, this year I met him. So it wasn't him. But yeah, like my Hall of Fame is something that I've hit. I've gotten so used to being in the Hall of Fame now that it's just, if I'm in it, I'm in it. If I'm not, I'm not. Like one of the times, one of my biggest achievement was to be in the top 5. As soon as you log in, you see me there. As soon as you log in, I'm there. Once I'm logged in, as soon as you logged in, I'm there. Thank you. So when that started happening, like I was ecstatic. And then the first time that I hit Hall of Fame, I was like, damn, like I got, one of the times I got what, 5th place? And I've gotten to, I think I got into 3rd place, but I've never gotten to 1st place. I was this close one of the times to get to 1st place, and I don't know what happened after that. My internet started acting wonky, and then I never made it. Carson, put this in the box for me. And can you give me some water, please? Give me some water, please. You have multiple diamond hosts, but you gotta work on Hall of Fame, girl. I'm telling you, when I was telling people that it is so easy to make money without taking your clothes off, and nobody like it's people think that it's sus or it's difficult. It's not. Some of the times these people are the ones, they take their clothes off. They just want me to watch them, and I'm like this. I'm like this, like looking all engaged. I'm like, wow, oh my god, that's, I didn't do anything special but to be myself. Yeah. I don't know if they do that anymore. I think what they do is, I don't think they do that anymore. I think what they do is if you bring new customers in on the platform, that's when you make money. Well, you want to have coffee with me, Saeed? So, hold on, let me put these up. But I really can't tell you what it is or what it was or how long it was for me because I've been in Hall of Fame so many times on different occasions. That it's not funny. Carson, where's Carson? Where's that? No, I just pulled up everything and I don't see the pillowcases. Yeah, customers only now. So when customers, when you refer customers, that's when you get something. But apart from that, you get nothing. Like no matter how they spend their money or where they spend their money, you get a cut of it. And I understand that. But what they did now is they cut back on the percentage you get paid. Because one time you used to get 30%, now I think they cut it back to 27%. Unless you hit all of fame, and then when you hit all of fame, you get like 35%. Which quite a few people was complaining about that, but I don't complain. I'm like, I'm not doing no extra. Hey Dior, um, okay, so what he does when he blows up your phone, you charge him for each time he calls, and then he will limit the amount of time he calls you. Yeah, 12 to 27%. Right, I get 35. Yeah, which it's fine. It's fine. I don't get upset about it. Like I don't have to hunt for customers. I don't have to I don't have to hunt for customers. I don't have to advertise nothing. I just turn on, log in, lay down, eat some food, sleep, wake up, whatever until somebody comes in. So, thank you, baby. Make sure you give me a follow and a like, seeing that you think I look so gorgeous. Send me a PayPal or a Cash App. But if Dior, if a customer is blowing up your phone, he tips a lot. Listen, not because he tips a lot within the call, he gets all his money worth within the call that he tips. So if he moves over to blowing up your phone, then that's a different set. So you need to set why do I feel like there's an ant crawling on me? Because there's an ant crawling on me. Um Okay, I got it in 2023 too. Well, I stopped keeping track of all the fame, to be honest with you. Um, but yeah, I hit Hall of Fame a couple of times, and I was grateful about that. And I was very excited the first time I got it, but now it's like, oh, okay, regular. It's a regular thing for me now. So, but yeah, Dior. Dior asks what to do when someone keeps blowing up her phone. So yeah, that's what you do. You, what I do is I tell a person that, hey, if you want to contact me outside of the platform, um, this is what you get. You get X amount of hours for X amount of money. So let's just say I tell him for half an hour it's $100. For half an hour of my time it's $100. Let's just say that. And so he can call me for that day and spend a half an hour with me, but it's $100. Now, if you want access to me all week, that's gonna be $500. So you can call me um, for $500 for 5 days a week, an hour a day. I don't do share screen. Never had the need to. And I do believe it's too much work. I think the same thing. So I don't go outside of. And a lot of the guys to my customer base are older men, and well, not really older. Some of them are in their 20s, but they don't come to me to share my screen and see what I'm doing on my screen. They come to me for me to view them doing whatever they're doing, or just to have a conversation with me or talk dirty. Never to share my screen. I never had someone ask me that before. Right? You have no need to know what my screen is doing. You came in to see me. You didn't come in to see my screen. But because some people will watch porn, so you can share your screen and watch porn together. You know? So I think that's what they use it for. But no, I don't do that. I got one guy who likes to watch transgender porn. And I would just normally play that on my phone and let him watch it. Like, we just on there and I play it on my phone and he just watch it from my phone. So, like, and then I talk to him while I coach him through while and he just, every single time, stay with me for a really long time. Half an hour at least. Because first we chop it up, like, where you been, what you going on, what you good with, blah, 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 chopping it up. Then we be like, so what did you do? And then he'll tell me if he has any wild experience, you know, experience. He would tell me if he has any wild experience. And then after that, we would, you know, okay, and I would find something and then we would watch it together. And yeah, it normally takes half an hour, almost an hour to get through that whole process. So I like to chop it up with people first. Like, especially when I get new people in my show, I like to chop it up with them before getting to that intimate side, because when I chop it up with you, it allows me to do a lot of things. One, it allows me to make more money. That's the first thing. Two, it allows me to get to know your likes and dislikes and how to better satisfy you for the next time you come around. And three, it builds that connection that makes you want to come back to me. So I like to chop it up. I like to build rapport. And normally I like to build rapport for anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes. It depends on the type of customer that I get, especially when they're new. So it drags out the time. Who just finished a share screen content? Oh, okay. like an online. Remember, baby, I'm non-nude, so it's not like I can pull out the toys and do all kind of shit. So you gotta find new ways to make it. And like I say, you just have to have the you have to think about it like entering into a relationship. It's a relationship that you're building with these people. Of course, it's not gonna be like a boyfriend girlfriend relationship, but it's a relationship nonetheless. It's a customer client based relationship, and you need to learn your customers' likes and dislikes and the things that they're into and not into, because you don't want them to be turned off by you. So yeah, and I always preach, drag out your session. I always preach that. Don't think like, oh, I got to jump into it or he's going to jump off. Let him jump off, because then he wasn't going to stay with you in the first place. I've had too many people who are like, oh, um, I prefer coming over here talking to you because this person is just, it's just, there's no connection. It's just dead. They just jump right into things, and I like to, talk it up with. So I generate a lot of my customers because they enjoy the conversational aspect of it, and they like the fact that the thing is, the idea of me wanting to learn what they like to satisfy them is somewhat of a turn on for them. And so because of that, they stay longer to help me learn. So I'm that naive. The reason why a lot of white girls make a lot of money is because they play that naive role. And blonde girls kill it because blonde girls are known to be pretty and dumb, right? So if you get into the vibe of that naive that naive young lady, young 18-year-old that just comes out, that is just coming out in the world, and I'm willing to learn and soak up everything. If you get into that persona with your client base, then they gravitate to you, and they're like, oh, she really wants to learn how to make sure that her man is satisfied, or I'm as a man is satisfied, because man is, it's an ego trip for men, right? So it's all about feeding and basting their egos, and the longer you can feed and baste an ego in camming, is the longer you can, is the more money you can make. Right. So when you do that with a new customer, my nose is itching again. When you do that with a brand new customer, and expect with my old customers, I'm like, so what would you like today? First thing, I'm like, what took you so long? And then I'm like, so what would you like today? Like, I ask a lot of open-ended questions. I don't give them questions that are closed-ended that requires a yes or no answer. I don't like giving yes or no answer questions, because then it just brings the conversation to a halt. I like the open-ended questions, that because most of my client base likes to text. They don't talk, they text. And I talk. So when I make sure that they can hear me first. So when I talk, and um I ask a question like, where have you been so long? Why haven't you come and seen me in such a long time? Then they have to think about an answer, and while they're thinking about the answer, the minutes is running. And then they have to type the answer, and while they're typing the answer, the minute is running. And then they press send. And then when they press send, they need to give me time to read their answers. So I read it, and then I'm like, oh, okay, that's it. So what's on your mind right now? Like, what are you thinking? Another open-ended question. Now they need to think about what they're thinking, and then they need to type it. And I'm like, so what are you feeling like right now? What would you like from me? What would you want from me right now? And so now I gave them like 10 different things to think about, which is more time. So then they think about that and they think about how to answer it. Then they start typing and you see the process. The time is running. The whole entire time, the time is running. So by the time we get through that, we're already at like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Right. So you got to ask questions, even if it's a customer that is old to you. Like, you were in my chat the other day and you just popped out. Why did you leave me like that? Why did you run off on me like that? And then you say something like that to them, and when bam, they're answering you. Because one, they're thinking of an answer trying not to hurt your feelings, right? So they're gonna try and think of an answer that's not gonna hurt your feelings. Or they're gonna try and think of a lie. And to think of a lie takes a lot more time than thinking up the truth. Some of them will actually tell you the truth. Some of them will be like, oh, my internet wasn't doing good, and when I tried logging back in, it just wasn't working for me, so I just didn't, come back on. Some of them, they know that they have their favorite girls, and their favorite girl just came on, so they popped out of your shit to go through their favorite girl. But they're not going to tell you that that's what they did, right? They're not going to tell you that that's what they did. So they're going to make up a lie. So I like to put them in that corner where they need to take the time to make up that lie. While you're taking the time to make up that lie, the time on the clock is running and I'm making money. So there is quite a few potential inappropriate message or held for review. Yeah, but can I view it though? It's Portia. She always sings on the I don't think well, it's not about being dumb. It's about more like being naive. It's not being dumb, because being dumb can be annoying. You don't want to appear dumb. You want to appear a little bit more naive and curious. Well, it's not. Yeah, it's really not about playing dumb. Because being deliberately dumb is annoying. It's more like being naive. A slight leisure of naive. Because here's the thing. Some guys love intellectual women. Women that knows how to give an input on certain situations. And then you have guys who loves a dumb girl. So playing dumb all the time is not going to work. But being curious and a tad bit naive works all the time with everyone. With every guy. I just ask questions that is gonna, incite you making up something to tell me. And I'm not gonna ask you the same question every time you come to me, because then I don't want you to get annoyed, and I don't want you to be able to land on the questions and the answers just as quickly, because it's a question that you've already dealt with. So each time my questioning change. So sometimes it's like, what's on your mind right now? Or tell me the last time you had fun. And they were like, oh, the last time I had fun was yesterday or last week. What did you do? And then they'll tell me, and I'm like, how was it? And if it was some sexual act, then I will have them describe it to me. And then I would act like it is the most insane thing I've heard in decades. That's what I'll do. With some of them, I act like their encounters are are exciting to me. But again, it's all about building rapport, knowing your fan base, knowing your customer base. You're looking up open-ended question on Google. Open-ended question is just any question that requires you to give an explanation. And open-ended questions are a question that requires you to give an explanation. So, say for example, I asked you, did you eat today? You're going to tell me, yes. You can say, yes, I ate today. But if I asked you, what did you eat today? Then you have to give me more than a yes or no. You're going to have to tell me, oh, I ate bread and eggs and sausages. And, you're going to give me a little bit more. So if I ask you, did you eat today? Yes. No. Yes, I ate today. No, I didn't eat today. But if I asked you, what did you eat today? That's a different question. That way you can answer me, oh, I didn't eat anything at all today. Or you will answer me, oh, I ate such and such and such today. So basically it's the same question. It's just one gives me explanation and the other one gives me a yes or no. So the trick is always to ask open-ended questions. Open-ended questions are questions that demands more than a yes or no as an answer, or requires you to explain or elaborate yourself a little bit more. Right. So that's what I do. I just ask a lot of open-ended questions, and then that builds like a connection. So I can't tell you how many guys tell me that, oh, I prefer coming over here because I feel like I get more of a connection. I feel like coming over here because I feel like I'm talking to a person rather than a site model. Like a lot of the guys consider me to be a real person. I'm like, but the girls are a real person that you talk to over there, and they're like, no, they're more like site models. It's too perfect for me. Like they're like, it's just too perfect. It's just too scripted. And I'm like, okay, so that works in my favor. My bonnet works in my favor. My regular clothes work in my favor. My dressed up, dolled up look work in my favor. Every look that I put on works in my favor because my client base has seen me in multiple looks, and because of that they feel like, oh, she's not always glammed up, so this is a real woman right here kind of situation, and they seem to like it. So, and I once upon a time, like if you watch my earlier videos, you would see where I thought that I always had to be full on glam until I right? So I used to think that I had to be full on glam to make money. That's one of the things, that's one of the mistakes I made too, because now I'm making myself like everybody else on this site. I'm not being unique. So that's another mistake that I made too. So that's one of the reasons why I enjoy, like, I do these things for the girls who are breaking in. They can understand that there is no wrong way to approach this camming situation. Just be true to yourself and do it. Because I used to be like, every day get up, shower, put on makeup, and find the dress. And then it was getting so overbearing, so overwhelming, because sometimes I'll get all dolled up and no one came to my camp show. And it was frustrating. It was frustrating as hell. So I just started living out my daily life, and if they come in and I'm dolled up, I'm dolled up, and if they come in and I'm looking like a mess, then they come in and I'm looking like a mess, and it just is what it is, and they work with it, they love it, and I'm hella happy with that. I don't know why after certain times, like, um, right. But you gotta tailor your show for each individual. Because for me, I get individual. And while yes, I can have like 10, 20 people in my chat at a time, I don't, because I realize that my client base don't like that. They like to be there by themselves. So when someone comes in, I will either close my cam room and it's just me and them, and once we're done, then it's open again, or I just don't take anyone else while I'm in a show with a clientele, because they prefer to be the only one in there with me at the time. So with that being said, um you got to know your client base and what works for each client you have, so you can always, they can feel it gives them a sense. It's all about ego. It makes them feel like they're special to you, so they keep coming back. I don't think you have lost your flair for what made you the top model or put you in the top camming position. I don't think that you've lost it. I think that the times has changed over 20 years, and there's probably some things that you need to tweak and make a little bit different, because you've been in it for 20 years. You've been in it for 20 years. So that's the thing. I just think that you probably need to tweak some things. But you got to do it in a way that is authentic to you. Because if it's not, then you're not going to keep up with it. So that's my thoughts on that. I came in and I didn't turn this down. And this is the thing, this is one of the things I love to touch on: mental health. In every aspect of camming, you have to keep mental health in mind, because this is an industry that can damage you mentally, as it relates to what they call it, dysmorphia, as in image dysmorphia. You can, if you go and visit other girls, like I don't visit other girls cam room anymore. I used to visit other girls cam room because I wanted to know what they're doing different from me, so that I could make money, because again, I didn't have nobody teaching me. I had to learn everything on my own. I had to pick up everything on my own. I didn't have nobody I could ask these questions to and get them answered. Like, I didn't know you, Minnie. I didn't know you. Like, I literally didn't know you. When I knew you, I had already started my YouTube channel, and I was probably 200 and something subscribers in. Or was it 500? Somewhere thereabout. That's the amount of subscribers I was when I like knew you or ran into one of your videos. And by that time, I was already so seasoned into it that, and even though I'm still learning and I still learn every single day, that's one of the reasons why I don't get why people say, oh, you can only say so much about camming and no more. After you said a couple things, that's it, you're done, you have nothing. No, there's something new every single time that needs to be addressed. And you need to communicate with your audience. If you're gonna make your niche about camming, you need to make it so that your audience can get to you, so that they can tell you what these issues are, so you can help, and you can probably turn that into a video to help more people. So in doing this, the one thing I've learned is that you never stop learning when you're a camo. When you're camming in whatever business you do, you never stop learning. You always get to learn new tricks, new tips, and new traits to the game. And I'm just grateful to um, be learning that. And I learned that by myself, and I'm now here learning some of it with you guys. And I'm happy about that. You got to revamp what works. See? So people don't understand that you have to be cautious of your mental health in camming, because you will literally believe that nobody likes you. That's why you're not making money, because you hear all these girls around you bragging and boasting. Oh, I made $500 today. I made $1,000 in 2 hours. I made 1,000 and it's not even 12 o'clock yet. So I'm looking at a $2,000 day. Like, you are hearing all of this and you're wondering, what is it about me? What am I doing wrong? Am I not, pretty enough? Am I not? And then you start comparing yourself to these girls to see what it is. Some of the times these girls be capping. Some of the times these girls not even making that. What they're doing is telling you these things to make you follow them, so that they can get your subscription, they can get your follow, they can get your like, and they can lead you into a false sense of they can help you, and they really can't, because they themselves need help. Or they know what they're doing and they're making the money, but they're selfish. They don't want you to be making that money. They just want to make it bigger than they already are. So I know what I know that this lifestyle can take a toll on you mentally, because when you watch other people doing better than you, or what you assume is them doing better than you, then it has you looking at you and saying, what am I doing wrong? Am I not pretty enough? Do I not know what I'm doing? Do I not? And that's the thing. The whole femdom and Twitter situation, that's one of the things. It will have you thinking that, what am I doing differently that you are doing, or what are you doing differently that I'm not doing, why you are able to make $1,000 in one day and I can't even get one dude to say hi. That's true. Some of them don't know how to teach it, because not everyone is a teacher, and that's for real right there. I couldn't have said that better myself. See, some really don't know how to teach it. So yeah, so you gotta take check of your mental health. It's never you, babe. It's never you. The only thing that's going on is that you have not found your customer base yet, and you just need to keep trying. I didn't get my customer base overnight. I had to build that shit, and it took a while. It took me a while. I was broke for a while. I was freaking broke for a while. Remember I told you that I made the mistake of stop, not doing camming for the sake of a dude, and ended up basically starving because of him, because he never had nothing to give or nothing to offer. So I had to go on the grind, and sleepless nights, logging in to camming day and night, trying to build myself up, falling asleep, hearing that sound, waking up, wiping the sleep out of my eyes and act like I was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed all along, trying to build myself back up. It was hard freaking work. I didn't wake up making it. I didn't log in and started making it. rebuild your customer base. Okay, see? So I had to rebuild. I was starting from nothing because of that. That dude had me starting from zero because of him. And the funny thing is I started from zero before, started making a little bit of change, found this guy, well, not started making a little bit of change, started making money, and then found this dude, stopped because of him, and then he wasn't able to sustain. Hungry nights, bills being owed, things need to get paid, being in debt, and then getting rid of his ass because he was no good. And when I got rid of his ass, then I had to start from zero. The hardest point, because I don't have no newbie status to help me out. My customer base is literally out the window. So I need to start from zero. So now I found myself setting up my laptop and putting it on, turning on the camera, falling asleep with the camera on, waking up with the camera on. And if I'm sleeping and somebody comes into my cam room, it makes a sound. That sounds wake me up. I pop out. I wipe the sleep out of my eyes. I'm like, trying to look like I wasn't sleeping. Hey, baby, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And I had to do this for a while, you guys. I had to do this for a while to build my customer base up. And I had nobody to help me to find a shortcut. Some girls be online 10 hours straight. It's puzzle. Right, but I had to do that because I have a son to take care of. This dude left me baroque because he drained everything and was putting nothing into it. And I had my son and I had to start from zero, and so I did, and I built myself back up, and that's where it's at, and that's how I did it. But now I have an easier way of doing that, of building back your customer base and getting back some of your old customers and stuff like that. So I now have different ways of doing that, but I'm not going to put myself in a position where I lose my customer base again. No, hell no. But I'm glad to know that you're in a better place. You like building up depression, and I just turn the camera on and leave it on and do what the hell I'm doing. It's not on right now. I should have turned it on, but it's not on right now. I'm turning it on now. Because I was like, I'm going to go outside and do my live outside. So I didn't have my camera on. But now that I'm inside, I can turn it on. I'm waiting on it to load right now. Oh, okay. Well, me, I just set my camera and forget it, to be honest with you. I just set my camera and forget it. I turn it on and forget it. I don't dwell on it. I just turn it on and do whatever I feel like doing. Oh, okay. Me, I don't even try to compete in any of the contests that they have going. Even the Hall of Fame that I got into, I wasn't competing to get into the Hall of Fame. I just stay trying to. My aim all the time is to just make as much money as I can, and it just happened to be that I made the amount of money that I made ended me in the Hall of Fame. I haven't done Hall of Fame in a minute though. I should probably set my mindset and see if I can get Hall of Fame for this month. Or should I do it for August? I don't know. I like seeing myself, achieve and accomplish, moving from nothing all the way to Hall of Fame. Girl, I'm telling you about it. I moved from nothing all the way to Hall of Fame. Can you believe that? I was in nothingness. And you can see that I have hit a Hall of Fame. I've been so proud of me. For different years, your August shows up a lot. Oh, okay. I don't know. I didn't even realize that. And things have been so slow recently. Maybe it's because I have less worried about on in the summertime. Because in the summertime, like, my son is not with me in the summertime. So it's like I'm a lot more carefree, I guess, cuz he's on holiday doing his thing, and I know he's safe with my aunt and his relatives. So um I get to relax my mind. I'm not worried about food running out and needing to go get groceries or anything like that. So when you look at it, like, yeah, I probably should check it out. I probably should check it out. But yeah, I'm gonna send out some emails shortly to so that I can make some money. But one of the things that I do on the side, like when things start to get extremely slow for me, I would go and find out, because the site shows you if you have people online, right? Like people who have already spent money with you, it shows you if they're online, yes or no. Hello? Yes? Mm-hmm. It still hasn't cleared yet, so there's nothing I can do at the moment. I'm still waiting. Can't do that because I still would need to get it off the site first. If I'm hoping that it will be cleared, but it hasn't, so I'll have to just wait. I just have to wait. I'm at the process where I have to wait. Okay, all right. Oh, okay. All right, thank you. All right. So I don't know if you guys know this thing called Codino. It's all over Google. So I signed my son up for a free course, right? Because they have you do a free course first, and then you can sign up for classes after that. But I don't like the way they're pushing. Like it's hmm hmm it's hmm it's hmm. So okay, so here's a story. Let me give you a brief little story time on this. Let's detour for a little bit. So I signed my son. My son wants to do coding classes. He wants to be a computer programmer, and he wants to do coding classes, which I'm gonna do the free courses that I see around, and I know that there's this one particular YouTuber that does it for free, that teaches it for free on YouTube. So I'm probably gonna go with that. But I wanted something like a structural course, right? And this place seems to have a structured course. Plus they have tutors that you FaceTime with, and basically they teach you to do the things face to face. So first thing they do is they offer you like a free course, right? And then you do the free course. My son did the free course. He loved it. They showed him how to like program a game, make his own game, whatever, blase, blase. He loved it. Okay. So now, yesterday, after he did the class, right? So he did the class, and now they wanted to talk to me to find out, what did I think of it, blase, blase, and to talk payments. So, firstly, the first thing I did was ask them payments, and he didn't want to tell me what it was. So he didn't want to tell me how much it was at first. So he was like, let me go through the curriculum first. I'm like, well, that's all fine and good, but can you please just email me the curriculum and let me know how much the courses cost? So firstly, he being like a little bit sus, not wanting to share with me exactly what the courses were priced, and just proceeded to tell me about what they offered. Now a lot of the stuff I can't even really understand because his Indian accent is so freaking thick, so I can barely make out half the shit he's saying, but I understood some of it. He finally gets to the price point, and then he got there, okay, and then he's at the point where he's rushing me to make payments. Now the worst thing you can do to someone who works hard for their money is try to rush them to make payments to your place. So with the way how he's trying to rush me to make payments, one mind says go ahead and check out reviews for this company, right? So I went ahead and I checked out the reviews for the company. But I definitely hate it. So I went ahead and I checked out reviews for the company, right? And I saw like one person, she was from Jamaica. One person, I don't even remember where the other two persons were from, but both of them were negative review. When I scrolled them some more, I saw some other reviews, and they were all good reviews, but all those good reviews are from people in India and Pakistan. And I'm like, no, I don't trust these reviews because I know, okay, fine, you want to build your company, you're going to get some fake reviews out. Okay, fine, I understand that. No problem. You got to cheat the game to make the game. Because sometimes you just got to cheat to make it. I understand that. I am aware of that, and I can respect that. But you already scheduled a class with my child. You already sat down. You already talked to him. Why can't you continue that same energy once I paid my money? According to one of the persons who did one of the bad reviews, was like, I paid my money, and right after, he was like, I felt rushed to pay my money. I'm like, yeah, this sounds familiar because I'm feeling rushed to spend my money with these people, and I work hard for my money, so I'm not going to try and part from it so easily. So he was like, first they rushed me into paying for it, and then when I did pay for it, I tried to contact them by email, by phone call, by this and that, and they just went ghost. I'm like, okay, this is not too good. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. The next, and then further down, he was like, my son, no, he was like, my friend whom I recommend to the course did it too and had a similar experience. So I wouldn't, he was like, I wouldn't recommend to nobody. I was like, okay, cool. So I read the other one. The other one was like, oh, every time we try to schedule a class, there was some conflict in scheduling, and they were telling me that they needed to start the course, and it was like my son was holding up the class, and when I went ahead and did it, then they couldn't find time, and then it's like they wouldn't do class, and they would do class, and then the scheduling was off, and I was like, no, this sounds like too much, because if you have on your site that, you set it up, and I can put, I want to start class, I want to do my free class tomorrow at 12, and I log in tomorrow at 12 and you're there, why can't that carry out throughout the entire process? So that's what's in my head thinking. So the third one that I read was from the female, and she said something like, no, she said she paid the money too to get it done, and like she felt scammed, and I think she had the same scheduling kind of thing. And so when I read those two, I was like, whoa, this is feeling too familiar, because firstly, the same feeling that the dude get with the whole, they're rushing him to make payments, is the same feeling I'm getting. You're rushing me to make payments. You said my son gets a scholarship because he did well in his first class, so all he needs to pay is $90, right? Okay, fine. But if I miss the scholarship, I would now need to pay $200 and something. I told you that, hey, here's how it goes. I'm not going to be able to make payments because I need to transfer money from my work site to my card so that I can make payments. Is there any way you can hold this for me? The first thing he's going to tell me that, no, I need to do it right away. But what he can do, if I can do it midnight, then he can hold it until then. Okay, cool. You can hold it until midnight. Now you're calling me back telling me you can hold it until tomorrow. And on top of that, they messaged me twice on 2 different numbers. And I answered them twice on 2 different numbers. And now you're calling me now again. So we're not doing this. This sounds like it's gonna be too much on my end, and we're not gonna do this. This sounds like you're gonna take my money and run with it, and I can't find you guys to burn you guys down to the ground. So no, we're not gonna do that. What? What am I doing? Let me something on. Like, if I'm asking you the price, don't bullshit around the price. And see the key and the lock is right in front of your face. Like, I asked for the price. Why are you bullshitting around the price? Like, you got my suspicion rising when I was like, email the course material to me. Like, I was like, email um the coursework to me. Not the coursework, the, what you call it again? The course outline. Email that to me and tell me the price. No, you want to go through all the wonderful things to get me hyped up. I'm like, I don't need your hype. I need the price. And now you're telling me you couldn't hold the price till today. But today come and I tell you I can't do it, but you can hold the price till tomorrow. And now you're telling me, oh, well, you can go ahead and do a bank transfer. No, I can't, because I'm not. I'm not going to transfer money from my bank account. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of these cards. If I'm going to pay you, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to use one of these cards that when I put money on it is what I want to use goes on it. So if I want to use $10 go on it and I use it online. You try to steal my card information and use it for some shit. I don't know what you're gonna use it for, but it ain't gonna go through. It ain't gonna go through, my guy, because ain't no money on there to go through. Because money's only on there when I transfer it on there. That's it. You can run it all you want. Ain't no, you not. Money's only on there when I put it on there. And money's on there when I want it on there. And once I put it on there, I'm taking it off immediately. It's not staying on there. It's not staying on that card. Because I literally eat, because here's how it's set up. If I transfer money from my webcam, right, to my Paxum account, I then have to transfer it from my Paxum account onto the card. It doesn't automatically load to the card. I have to load it to my card myself. So I can very well put the money, Carson, define. So I can very well put the money in the account, but the card still don't have access to it. I have to put it on the card for the card to have access to money. And that's one of the reasons I use that card, because I put only what I want on it. So you trying to scam me on that card, baby? I don't know who you scamming. It must be baby Jesus, because it ain't me. Not today, demon. Not today. Like, why are you rushing to get my money out my pocket like that? You don't sound legit. If you was a legit business, you would have left me alone. Like, why wouldn't you want why wouldn't you want the scholarship, the so-called scholarship, to expire? Because if it's expired, I have to pay you $200 if I'm going to get it done. So why wouldn't you want it to expire? And you so stupid, you don't even be like, okay, guess what? We can hold it for you for a week, but after a week, that's it. You're going to tell me, you're not sure if you can hold it. You're going to try, makes payments as soon as possible. Okay, fine. Can you do it by 12 a.m. tonight? I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. And then 12 a.m. comes, I can't do it. So I don't know, because I went to bed. I didn't check. I went to bed. I was like, okay, I went to bed. I read those reviews. I was like, Then today came and you're messaging the hell out of me. And I messaged you back. And and now you're calling me? Like, this sounds suspicious. You ain't getting my money. We can do coding classes for free, my boo. We can do that for free. We don't have to pay for it. Can you open the windows in your room and turn on the fan so the house can cool down? It's hot. So I'm not about that. I'm not about our life. I hate. Oh, Guys. How do I? Wait. I was trying to see how I can, but anyways, like I said, look out for my video on the I'm gonna do an email marketing video, and I'm gonna go in depth on it. I just checked it right now, and I checked it and I made money. Like every day I make money on this site for 10 minutes worth of work every day. Now, I cannot show you proof of income because they put a lock on that where you can't show it anymore. What you can do is show bank transfer, like when you transfer it to your bank. I think I can do that. But yeah, for the most part, I cannot show my proof of income. And I'm looking at it right now, and it's something that I'm excited about to share with y'all. But I wanted to make sure that it's legit before sharing. Y'all know I want to make sure that things are legit before I share with y'all. I don't want y'all to go into things and be disappointed. I want y'all to go. And remember this. Ain't nothing that you go into that doesn't take work. Remember, nothing that you do is not going to take work. There's no such thing as a get rich quick scheme overnight. Yes, you can make money in a short space of time using some methods. However, you gotta put in the work. You can make a lot of money camming, but you gotta put in the work. You can make a lot of money email marketing, but you gotta put in the work. And in a lot of cases, you gotta spend money to make money. You gotta spend money on hair, on makeup, on clothes, on your internet, on your computer, on your, you gotta spend money to make money in any instances. It's just that in some cases you already have the tools to go ahead and get started. Now this platform that I'm on, you make money immediately. As soon as you start, same day, you start making money. And you make money every single day. There's not one day that you do not make money. Not one. And I'm gonna tell you all about it in a vlog. Hold on, I got a cam call. Carson, come on, I got a call. I locked the door. Oh no, before I lose it. Hey sweetie, how you doing? Let me get my headset on. Ooh, somebody feeling frisky. Oh, you want to see what I'm wearing? Hold on. Wait, let me get some things out of the way. It's been a minute. The other day you popped out on me. What happened? I'm wearing just my simple dimple as usual. What you wearing? Are you going to show me what you're wearing? Are you going to stand up and spin around for me? Okay, so if you're gonna send me a gift. You sending me a gift? Okay, see, that call didn't last long. Okay, let me tell you why this call didn't last long. You want to hear why? So you want to hear why this call didn't last for long? Okay, so let me tell you. So this guy came in. It's not a brand new customer, but it's one that comes in, and when he comes in, he never stays for a long period of time, right? And when he comes, he always just wants to tell you to get skin, right? He wants you to show skin. So I always drag him out for a little bit. Managed to drag him out for a little bit. But then when you hear me asking for gifts, that's when he started asking for skin. So he started asking for gifts. I started asking for gifts. So that's one of the tactics I use whenever someone asks me to do nudity. I start, demanding gifts. Because it says right there that I'm not supposed to be nude, and they're asking for it, so I start demanding gifts. And if they send me like 5 coins, I'm like, oh baby, you can do better than that. If I'm gonna get my account banned, this is what I say. If I'm gonna get my account banned, it better be worth it. And 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna do it. And they're not gonna send you. So I don't even worry about it, because you're asking me to do something that I'm not comfortable doing in the first place. And for me, if you want that, there are girls that provide that. So you can easily go to the girls that provide what you're requesting. So for you to come over here knowing that this is a non-nude section and you're requesting that, it's kind of sus for me. So what I do is I always defer to, are you going to send a gift? And if they send me like 20 coins or 15 coins or 10 coins, I always be like, you can do better than that. And I'll be like, if I'm going to get banned, at least let me go out smiling. That's what I always like to say to them. So that way they don't push the story any further. They just leave me the hell alone. They come out. But he comes in every now and again. He still comes. I don't know. Maybe it's because of my bubbly personality or whatever when he comes. But he still comes. So but yes, so I don't want fluffy. I'm doing a vlog for this week. I'm doing this week vlog, and I'm telling you guys, I'm honestly tired. Like, I'm doing this week and next week vlog in one. I'm doing this week and next week vlog in one. And I'm honestly exhausted. So I don't know. So I don't know if I'm gonna be I don't know how the vlogging is gonna go, because I'm honestly exhausted. So I know that I'm gonna do next week and this week all in one. So you're gonna get this week vlog pretty late. because I'm gonna go to my son's graduation on Tuesday, and I'm just gonna put all that into this, and then I'm gonna do a couple of other small vlogs. One talking more about Twitter and the whole femdom scene on Twitter, and the other one talking about this marketing program here, and making money from it, and making money on a daily basis without skipping a beat. So I want to get more into these with you guys. So, but I think I need to get some rest in before I do that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this live broadcast here. I'm probably going to go live again sometime in the week. I don't know. Probably, maybe I go live again if I don't do like another video or another vlog. I probably, maybe I go live every day this month. I don't know yet. Let's see. But if you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and do so now. All new subscribers, thank you guys so much for joining, and I'm so glad to have y'all here with me and to just enjoy my journey with me, my ups and downs. Even though you're seeing me here today, one of the reasons why the topic is mental health is because I'm not in such a great mental space right now, because as I said in the beginning of the video, there is a particular person that is ever so often, he inveigles himself in some way or some point of my life to try and upset the balance that I've created for myself and throw me off, and that's annoying as hell. But you know what? We're gonna shift focus, and we're gonna not think about that. So anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys in my next live. Bye. Love y'all. Mwah.